Hi, my name is Matthias Knudsen, and I'm replying to prompt 2 of Group A. Throughout, throughout class, we have heavily discussed the models of disability and how they have been presented in our books. Two of the most common models of disability are the social model of disability and the medical model of disability. The social model of disability says that disability comes from societal attitudes towards disability and a lack of appropriate accommodations for the disabled. Since the social model of disability believes that a lack of appropriate accommodation causes disability, they believe that with appropriate accommodations, disability can be solved. The social model of disability mentions that disability and impairment are different. According to the social model of disability, disability is the act of not being able to do something, whereas impairments are limitations by the body. The medical model of disability is similar, but still very different from the social model. According to the medical model of disability, disability comes from impairment, and with medical intervention, disability can be fixed. Under the medical model of disability, it is believed that with a cure, people with disabilities can overcome their physical limitations. The medical model of disability has caused harm to many people with disabilities. For example, in Mean Little Deaf Queer, Galloway goes to the hospital multiple times because the doctors want to fix her hearing impairments. In the chapter Presto Changeo, on page 29, it says, "When my head was good and secure, the doctor took the towel off the bowl. I couldn't see it then, but it held a syringe and a small bucket of ice water. He filled the syringe with the ice water and injected it deep into my ear. Then the nurse released a hold. When ice water hit the tiny nerve hairs of my inner ear, the world began to spin. But really what was spinning were my eyes. I couldn't help but cry out because my perceptions had turned into a frightening, kaleidoscopic whirling mush. I vomited, repeatedly. It lasted a good long time, and they did it twice. This excerpt from Mean Little Deaf Queer shows the torturous and grueling treatments they made disabled people undergo. These treatments never helped the patient. They would either accomplish nothing or cause more harm. This is why the medical model of disability is problematized. It causes pain and trauma to those who have to undergo these treatments. The medical model of disability has a large focus on curing disability. Although this may sound beneficial, most people who have had disabilities for a majority of their life do not want a cure for their disability. Do not want a cure or for their disability to be fixed because it's a crucial part of their identity. For example, on page 43 of Feminist Queer Crip, it states, "In the same breath that she wishes for a cure to her chronic fatigue and pain, she notes that a complete return to her before state would lead to dissonance. I cannot wish that I had never contacted ME, because it made me a different person, a person that I'm glad to be, even if I was cured." As said in this excerpt, she would like to no longer have chronic fatigue and pain, but this fatigue and pain has been part of her identity. If she were to lose this, she would lose a large part of her identity and who she is. This is a common thought in the disabled community. It has even been agreed upon by Half Dog Will Travel, written by Stephen Kuzisto, and in Mean Little Deaf Queer by Terry Galloway. The medical model of disability has their flaws, and that's why most activists prefer models that are similar to the social model of disability. For example, one of the most heavily favored models is the political relational model of disability. The political relational model of disability states that disability comes from both the built environment and the political structures of our lives. According to this model, the social stigma on disability creates barriers that affect the daily lives of those with disabilities, and the only way to solve this issue is through long-term political action and short-term community aid. The political relational model of disability is different from the social model of disability, as it believes that impairments and disability is interconnected. The political relational model of disability is also different from the medical model because the view on medical intervention is neutral. It is believed that medical intervention is useful for some disabilities, but it is not necessary if you're trying to fix something that is wrong. Overall, the political relational model of disability uses aspects from both the medical and social models, while also fixing the flaws of each model. Thank you.